Let's check on it real quick. Give us 1 second, y'all. Okay, cool. All right. Before we start, we're going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashuk, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashuk, Rakakwadash. No honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect to Akim wa Akwath, learning, teaching in truth and sincerity. Another video through the Spirit. We're going to be starting, just double check it real quick. Yeah, we'll start with that 1-5. I'm the brother Malak, this is the brother Kazak, here from GMS Detroit. Was doing some reading this week. You read through the book of Jeremiah and in certain spots in Ezekiel and in Isaiah, all over the place with the prophets. Not only are we set up to preach to Israel, but also to the heathen nations of the world. Also letting them know that there's a judgment coming. The difference being that for us, the Israelites, we're the chosen, right? We get the benefits of the kingdom. But these heathen, they have a message given to them too from the Heavenly Father. And it's the fact that they're going to get judged as well for their wickedness in the world, for their crimes against us, the Israelites. And something that's notable, you read, we're going to get a couple examples, right? You see that these heathen, they're going to get judged and fucked up, but they're going to be allowed to exist, right? They're going to get judged. They're going to be our captives, but we're not going to utterly destroy them. But there's one nation out of all the heathen nations who they're promised to be utterly destroyed without any recovery. They're not going to be allowed to go back to their land. They're not going to be allowed to redevelop themselves. They're going to be utterly wiped out. And who do you think that nation is? So let's start with that Jeremiah 1-5.
Okay, this is Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly.
So this is being told to Jeremiah.
I knew thee, and before thou comest forth out. Camest out forth.
No.
Camest out.
Before thou camest forth.
Oh, I just skipped the line. So okay. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
I sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. So not only are we prophets to our people to tell them the benefits, but we also let these heathen know that judgment is coming for them too, right? Esau, Edom is going to be dethroned. These heathen who have aligned themselves with him are going to be punished. So now we're going to jump damn near to the end of Jeremiah, right? Actually, let me go 25 real quick. Go Jeremiah 25 and 29. Because here it is, y'all, us, the chosen people. We've been getting judged and punished, fucked up, beat on. And we're his chosen people. What's going to happen to the non-chosen? You got it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 25, verse 29. For lo, I begin to...
give me, let me just, do we need to start at 28? Give me 1 second. Let me take a look. Just,
yeah, 28 is good.
Hang on. Jeremiah 25. Because you heathen, y'all got to get it too. Or they have to get it too. Let me see. Okay, you know what? Yeah, that's a good start at 29.
Okay, so this is Jeremiah chapter 25, verse 29. For lo, I begin to bring evil the city.
Start over.
For lo, I begin to bring evil on the city, which is called by my name, and should ye be utterly unpunished.
So the city called by the Heavenly Father's name is Israel, Yashrala. He's saying that he judged us and punished us, right? He sent the Babylonians to whoop our ass. It says, and should ye be utterly unpunished. This is referring to the rest of the heathen. Keep going.
And,
ye.
Punished?
Ye.
Yeah. Ye be...
Ye shall...
Oh, ye shall not be unpunished. For I will call for a sword upon all the inhabitants of the earth, saith the Lord of hosts.
For I will call for a sword upon all the inhabitants of the earth. So everybody else down here is going to get their asses whooped as well. We're not the only ones, they like to point the finger, we're in the hood, we're this, we're that. Well, you heed the nations, your world is going to come crumbling down on top of you. You're going to know the loss of children, widowhood, like it tells you, what is that, Isaiah 47, which was referring to Edom there. But you're going to know what it's like to be utterly downtrodden and treated like shit. Get Deuteronomy 30 and 7. These curses that have fallen upon us, they're making their way to you heathen. Your families are being broken up. You're being raised up in single parent households. Oh, yeah. Your countries are being taken over, right? Fucking disintegrated by Esau Edom's beast system. You're knowing what it's like to live in poverty, right? Your children are being blasphemous, unthankful, and unholy demons. All the shit that y'all pointed at us and made fun of us for, you're starting to feel it too. You got it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. And the Lord Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
So the heathen that hate us and persecuted us, literally brought war to us, did us wrong. These things that you said and did against and to us, they're coming to you, and we're seeing it live time. That's why, and just not everybody that's going through hell is a Jake. And I say that to say, let's say you see a homeless Edomite, he might be cool. That motherfucker just a homeless Edomite. He's catching his judgment, because there was a time when they were living it up. They had all the access. They had all the wealth. They locked us out from being able to build up businesses, from being able to have home ownership, for being able to pass down generational wealth. Now they're going through these same circumstances. The same way they laughed at the children of Israel at our fall, we're going to point the finger and laugh at them when judgment is upon them. Now,
I got some.
Get your verse.
This is Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Good. So the prophets let you know when a kingdom's falling, simply put, and that's what not only to the Israelites but to everybody. You read, there's a couple instances when you're reading the Kings. I believe that was Elisha. He had told how do you pronounce his name? It's either Hazael or Hazazel, that he was going to rise up and be a terrible king. He was one of the kings of Syria. He had healed a man named Naaman, Naaman, in 2 Kings, the 5th chapter. So you have examples of this, of us Israelites not only dealing with our own people, but dealing with these other heathen, letting them know, hey, the Lord's going to fuck you up too. So we're about to witness that again. But the thing that's interesting, all these heathen nations, they're told that they're going to get fucked up, but eventually they'll be allowed to recover. That promise is not given to a particular nation. So we're going to start at, this is Jeremiah. I'm going to go to, there's a couple examples. Let me see. 46, 40, okay. Yep, so from Jeremiah 47 to 49, it mentions, the Philistines, Moab, Ammon, Elam. It gives a couple of nations. So I'm going to give an example, right? This is Jeremiah 47. Let's see. This is Jeremiah 47:1. It says, the word of Yahweh that came to Jeremiah the prophet against the Philistines before that Pharaoh smote Gaza. Right, so in this chapter, in 47, it's only, 7 verses, but Jeremiah is sent to let the Philistines know that they're about to get their shit smashed by Pharaoh, right? Their own brethren. You read Jeremiah the 48th chapter, it mentions Moab, right? So Jeremiah 48:1, it says, against Moab, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Woe unto Nebo, for it is spoiled. Kiriathaim is confounded and taken. Mizgab is confounded and dismayed. So these are chief cities in Moab. Jeremiah is prophesying to let Moab know that they're going to get demolished as well, which we know the Moabites are the Chinese, right? But at the end of the chapter, so you read through all of Jeremiah 48, you see that Moab's going to get his head whooped because of their mistreatment of us, the Israelites, and all their wicked deeds. But when you get to the last couple of verses, I'm going to read from, this is Jeremiah 48 and 46. It says, Woe be unto thee, O Moab, the people of Chemosh perisheth. For thy sons are taken captives, and thy daughters captives. Verse 47, Yet will I bring again the captivity of Moab in the latter days, saith the Lord. Thus far is the judgment of Moab. So right there, at the last verse of the chapter, we see that Moab, they're going to be allowed to go back into their land, brought back from the captivity. They're still going to be under our hand, because everybody at this time got their asses whooped by the Babylonians. This is what Jeremiah is letting them know. And we know in the kingdom, everyone's going to be our slaves. And after their 1,000-year period of servitude, the heathen are going to be allowed to have minor government back in their land. They're still going to have to do what we tell them. If they disobey, we're going to whoop their ass. Isaiah 60 and 12. Zechariah 14 and 17, right? Another one, we go to Jeremiah 49th chapter. It starts with Ammon. Jeremiah 49:1, it says, Concerning the Ammonites, thus saith the Lord, Hath Israel no sons? Hath he no heir? Why then doth their king inherit the power, and his people dwell in his cities? Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will cause an alarm of war to be heard in Rabbah of the Ammonites. So right here, judgment is coming to the Ammonites, so-called Japanese today. And you get to the end of their judgments, verse 6. It says, And afterward I will bring again the captivity of the children of Ammon, saith the Lord. So right there, Ammon's going to get their ass whooped, but they're going to be allowed to recover. You see this in a couple different spots, and you see it in Ezekiel 2. You see it what happened to Elam at the end of this chapter. But now we're going to take a look at a nation who's not given any recovery. There's one nation who's promised to be utterly destroyed, y'all. All the nations are going to get fucked up in this impending, we have Jacob's trouble coming up, but it's not only for Jacob. Everybody's going to be getting their asses whooped. We read in the scriptures the nations are going to come up to fight against Yahushua. They're all going to get beat. But one nation in particular is going to be utterly destroyed. So now let's take a look. Jeremiah 49 and 7. It says, Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, Is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. So Esau has been promised to get his ass whooped, y'all, and he's not going to recover. Verse 12. So Jeremiah 49 and 12, the famous verse. For thus saith the Lord, Behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished. So us, the Israelites, we're the chosen people. We were supposed to have dominion forever. We fucked up, so the Heavenly Father allowed us to go into captivity. Now it's about to be passed to Edom. Here it is, the chosen people got punished. You're not the chosen people. You're the enemies of the chosen people. What do you think is about to happen to you? Thou shalt go, this is halfway into verse 12, thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be a perpetual waste. So Edom is that nation whom is not promised any relief, any recovery, or any bringing back. Edom is the only nation that is promised to be utterly destroyed. Go to, you got something?
Yeah, I got two. I got Ezekiel, then I got Revelation 13.
Go to scrap all that. Go to Obadiah 1:18.
Okay, that was my next one.
Edom is the only nation, y'all, who's promised complete destruction. All the other nations, I'm not going to, read all the rest of them because it'll take time. You can read in some of these chapters, they're promised to get whooped up, but they're promised to be brought back from the captivity, right? They're going to be allowed to go back into their land. Edom don't get that promise. Y'all are getting destroyed. Y'all are going to get your asses whooped for what you did.
Obadiah 1-10.
18.
18? Okay. This is Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a flame, and the house of Joseph a flame.
So, no, you start over.
And the house of Jacob shall be a flame.
Fire.
Fire. Sorry. The house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble.
So, northern and southern kingdom will be turned up, if you will. This is referring to the 144,000 of the elect specifically. They're going to be raised up in a indomitable state, a fire and a flame. You can't do nothing with it. You can't touch it, and if it touches you, you're destroyed by it. But in the house of Esau for stubble. So Esau will be destroyed. And the ultimate fire that's going to destroy this country, his leading empire, is the nuclear missiles. Mixed with the chariot fire, it's going to obliterate America. Keep going.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them. For there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh hath spoken it.
And after his time of servitude, Esau is going to be burned up completely. We're going to literally extinguish them by way of fire. Keep reading.
Keep reading. I'm going to go back in that Obadiah. So this is back in Obadiah chapter 1 in the verse 19. And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain, the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim.
So we see here that their land is going to be taken over, chopped up, and divided. Esau doesn't get promised to go back to his land. The other nations will, as we just read in some of these verses with Moab and Ammon. If I were to keep reading this chapter, it mentions Damascus, mentions Kedar, mentions Hazor, mentions Elam. They're going to be allowed to go back. It says there will be none remaining of the house of Esau. Esau is the one who's getting utterly wiped out. This is the judgment coming to you nations. You're all going to get your asses touched up for the things that you've done. So I'm going to come back here to this Jeremiah 49. We're good on that Obadiah. Jeremiah 49 and 17. It says, also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. Right. So, hey, this destruction is going to be a monument of what not to be. It's going to be a great example to the world that this is what the Heavenly Father will do to you when you set up a world that's wicked like this. Right. Verse 18, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. So once again, Esau will be utterly wiped out. And it mentions Sodom and Gomorrah. Why? Through fire. The same way that ancient Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed by way of fire, so will America. Double check. Yep. So will America be utterly destroyed by fire. And that's the judgment. And there's nowhere you can go in the scriptures that mentions otherwise. The heathen, they're going to be pressed under our feet, and Esau Edom's going to be wiped out. Go to, whatever, you can drop whatever you got. Go to Isaiah. Go to Isaiah 60. We're going to take a look real quick at the destiny of the heathen. All right, they like to work. Well, they're gonna be working.
You gotta continue what point.
Start at 12.
Isaiah 60 and 12. You said.
Yeah, Isaiah. Start at verse 10. Isaiah 60 and 10.
Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 10. The sons of strangers shall build up thy walls.
So the heathen, they will literally be employed, tasked to build our kingdom. Do they have to? No. We can snap our fingers with spiritual power and make shit appear. but they're going to be put to service any damn way. Just like Solomon put them to service, just like David put them to service. Keep going.
And their king shall minister unto thee.
Serve. Minister meaning to serve.
For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I mercy on thee.
So the Heavenly Father was angry with us for a time, allowed them to get over us. Now we're in good graces and we're back over them. Keep going.
Verse 11, therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought.
So all of the resources and the goodies that the nations have, they're going to be bringing us. Oil, gold, silver, trees, spices, animals, plants, fruits, crops, meats, all the good stuff. All the things that give you power, they're going to be bringing it to us. Keep going.
Verse 12, for the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
So that's the destiny of the heathen. That's the message. That's going to be the eternal position of the heathen in the kingdom of heaven, to be the servants of the children of Israel. It was Jeremiah 30 and 16. It tells you with all they that, let me just get that real quick. Jeremiah 30 and 16, the same chapter as Jacob's trouble, right? Because Jeremiah 30 and 7 is Jacob's trouble. After all that is said and done, we're in our kingdom, right? What do we see? Jeremiah 30 and 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So these heathen who once had us in captivity, we're going to have them in captivity. That is their destiny. That is the message that the prophets gave to them in the end. Right? That's the overarching story for the heathen. You were created to serve the Israelites. What's that phrase? Variety is the spice of life. Elam, you're gonna be doing your shit. Moab and Ammon, you're the washpots, right? As it tells us in Psalms. Ishmael, they're the merchants of the earth. We read in Joel, it tells us that some of the Hamite tribes are going to be taskmasters, right? All these heathen have their purpose under serving us, and that's what they're about to get back to on this planet Earth. We get ready to close it. What you got?
I got Ezekiel chapter 39, and I'll just get straight to the point. Verse 14, and they shall serve out men
sever
out men of continual employment, passing through the land to bury with the passengers those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it after the land of 7 months.
After, does it say time?
No, it don't say time.
After the land?
It says after the end. So like after the end of 7 months.
After the end.
So they search.
So the heathen, after this great world's war, they're going to be cleaning up the bodies. That's going to be one of their first jobs, to pick up the mess that they've made, fighting with themselves and trying to fight with Yahushua. And that's the eternal position of the heathen. So that's the prophesy to the nations. That's the message. You're going to be heathens under us, the ones of you who are allowed to survive. But Esau in particular, you have a special message, and your message is complete doom. You read in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, Esau is the place of great future judgment, in whom there is promised no salvation, if I remember correctly. That's what it is. So, hey, that's it. Hopefully it's an edifying lesson. We're going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Divine honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim wa Aqua, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. Shalom.
So